Okay, that's Lestat Slanty run, and that's my Spellmaster. Think should do a bit less strong music, something like that maybe. Yeah, so just small. First I will check everything. If everything is fine here. Okay, that's fine. Very well, very well. Okay, so small reminder, so that's my playthrough, where purpose of it is to play without Savescam. It means the difference with Lestat Slanty that of course Lestat Slanty you cannot reload, but in my case if something goes wrong and I cannot continue, then I will reload, of course, if there is no other solution. So there is no saves coming here. And so far I had in Act 1 9 reloads, in Act 2 I had 5 reloads, which makes it 14. And real reloads only 6, because all the rest were just or misclicks or some bugs, game bugs. So real reload 6, and it's a weak main character, and Azata is also very weak mythic class. In Act 3 so far no reloads. I will delete those things because it's too much or too many. I think it's too many. Very many. And I visited Gurantligen, Gundrun, if you want, for Lesser Korean DLC, and I had some fights there. And I bought the best bow for LAN, Evil Outsider Bane. That's the best bow in the game. and also I got old skull and cat's boots, so now one is more or less tanky. Now with all of that done, we can go and to see what can be done more, what else can be done. I don't like ancient grotto. Green gates done, molten scar done, shrine of sacrilege is done with gourmandizer. This will be my first fortification that I plan to take. That's a good one. That's all not worse. So let's go to teleport to Dresden. And question is, where should I move now? Actually, everything is closed here. If you look around, all the ways are closed. To go to Winter Sun, it's too early. I need to be at least level 12, preferably level 13 to go there. Level 13 is very, very far. Level 12 I could go there. I still could go there on level 12. But not level 13. If I played Angel, we would have had Pelura's Fall, and I would have gotten there like 30,000 at least XP. And with 30,000 XP from Pelura's Fall and 24 almost from Crimson Dust, I would gotten level 12. And then with level 12 we could go to Midnight Isles and slowly and steady get there level 13. That's what I would do. But now, because it's Azata, there is no Pelura's Fall. But I don't have so much choice now. I have nowhere to go. To go to Ivory Sanctum, again I need to go to Winter Sun. But that can be done. Ah, defense, okay. I just wanted to kick that army. do something like that. And to kick that army. So now we have free access to this area. An army has been leveled up. Maybe there are some events, some news. It's good to relax after Last Atlanti. Actually, it's also sort of Last Atlanti, but of course it's not so stressful. Just go to sell. To sell what I got in Gorant again. I have to buy it sooner or later. So it's good to be lawful good for a monk also. It's too expensive. I would like to buy those. Level 7, level 6 would be useful. That I will buy. And that as well. I think we'll try to go for the dragon now. To go for the dragon, that's for the damn dragon. We have to go with Greybor. And I need heroism scrolls, shit. time to buy Scroll Scrabbers Kit 7. In Midnight Isles I can buy kit for level 9 already. Here for level 7, 42,000. It's weak like hell. Yeah. To go for dragon, I think it's a bit earlier, but okay, let's try, because anyway we have to do something and I don't see anything. I don't think anything else that we could do. +3. Yeah, we take that one. Or maybe not yet. Let's take a risk. Those random encounters really the biggest problem. In the end of Act 3 it's not so dramatical, but first two acts and like middle of Act 3 it's a problem. So what we do like that. Grabber for the dragon, we need Grabber for dragon. The usual thing. "24-hour buffs to travel on the map." That's the only way to increase chance of survival when having a... I still have give him Mythics Last Stand, of course. Maybe Reflex against dragon. Let's quickly check his... Yeah, he's done in a very bad way. That's very stupid power attack, extremely stupid feat. Hammer the Gap, also not a good feat. I was doing it in the past, but then when I calculated the result, you don't take those feats on fair. On hard you might take this one, and even on hard I don't advise taking it. Even on hard, you don't need it actually, but that's not needed at all. Maybe if you play on normal difficulty or on core difficulty, that would be okay. So those two are absolutely useless feats. That's okay. Okay, that can be. That's also wrong. It should have been here Handex, not Dwarven Warex, but Handex should be here because he has very good Handex. There are good Handexes, so that's also shit. So I would replace it with Handex. Here I would have given weapon focus improved, also Handex. Here I don't know. There are different ways. Greater fortitude, for example, would fit well here. I've given him lunch, but it will not save. It's logical. It's not logic to have two different axes. Dwarven War X and Handex. Should be the same weapon, or two axes, or two Dwarven axes. So that's... persist and spend persistent spell on enchanter. Yes, of course, I was thinking about it, but so far I didn't have a possibility to give it. Those things were more important. Heightened spell is a must, embuscading is a must, those two is a must, extend spell also a must, those two are a must. So maybe somewhere later I will give persistent spell. So persistent spell I will definitely add. You just question when. Level 13, I think it's something that I also extend spell is a must because you need to have 24-hour spells and you cannot have it without extend spell. You cannot have it without extend. So persistent definitely yes, and selective spell it was a must also, so I had to give selective spell. Yeah, if to put persistent, that's only place here, because here is not useful anymore. Okay, it can be useful against those mobs, but those mobs will be killing anyway. No, I don't have Nanion Camellia for extend, because I need extend spell to have 24-hour spells. You see, hello, you need extend spell to get 24-hour spells. Without it, it's impossible. That works on any character. It works on Nenio, it works on Enchanter. It will not work with Camellia. But Nenio most probably will not be participating in the last chapter. So I think I will skip Nenio maybe before Threshold. And starting from Threshold, I think no, but Nenio is good as a buffer, and Nenio is good as illusionist with her weird spell. She is very powerful. And combining enchantment and weird is a great thing. I can just show you something. For example, he has mind fog. Penalty to wisdom check and will saves. Okay. This mind fog will be somewhere here on level 7. So this one puts mind fog, and then Nenio hits with weird. Not necessarily with weird. Weird is level 9, but Nenio can hit with other spells. It will be extremely powerful. Extremely powerful. Nenio is great always. Nenio is always great. Nenio one shot Echo of Discari. Echo of Discari just one shot by by weird spell. So Nanio saved many fights. I've done Last Atlantis on hard with Nanio, so, and not only on hard, I've done Last Atlantis on unfair. City of Is done completely Last Atlantis, completely unfair with damage to party 3. What do you say about 31 DC? 31 DC. Mind Fog I cannot move because it's not selective. I need first to make it selective spell. Now actually I can, because I'm level 6, so now I can make Mind Fog selective spell. Now it's selective and it's level 6. And in combination with now I have confusion. Confusion is now 1, 2, 3, is now 30, is now 35. So confusion is now 35, not 31. It's 35. 31 is what you see, but with embuscading spell it's 33. With that it's 34, and with something else it's 35. But they don't kill each other. It's not. It doesn't work like that. Mind Fog is dangerous thing, because confusion, it depends where the mobs are. If they're close to you, they will be killing you. So it depends how you roll. For the best if they roll between 26 and 75, because this is very bad. 7600 attacks nearest creature, so it will be always attacking you. It will be attacking you because you will be always nearest creature. Even if other mob is nearest, it will be attacking you. So ideally this is from 26 till 75. That's if they roll this. It's best is just do nothing and babble incoherently, or do damage to yourself. Those two things ideal. Yeah. Regarding hideous laughter, it could be good, but problem, you can use it only one mob, so it's really not worse. Bosses, big bosses, they don't care about it, but normal mobs, it's all okay. You have like 10 mobs against you, so okay, one will be laughing, and what happens to other? So we need to use mass spells. Mass spells. Best jokes, but best jokes have to come yet. By the way, where are they, best jokes? I am not sure he has best jokes. I don't think so. Ah, mythic. I don't know about mythic, if I have enough place for it. I still, next will be enduring spell. It's a must. Then you have abandoned casting greater, it's a must. Then you have how it's called uh, spell focus mythic, it's a must. Spell focus mythic. And then the question is, do you have place for it? I don't think so. I'm afraid I don't have a place for that. But that's something for the future. We are still not so far. So, but basically, we spoke about Nenio. Nenio is very good. She synergizes very good. He hits with enchantment. Nenio adds with illusion spells, and they just synergize each other. But I think starting from Threshold, I will replace Nenio. It will be either Greybor or it will be Rachel. They are one shot, of course, but Scylla is also one shot, so we'll see. But it means he needs to have spells, and he needs to have feats to be able exist without Nenio. No, Nenio is universalist. You cannot, it's absolutely impossible to play without Nenio on top difficulties. It's just not playable. The party I'm using is the best possible party. You cannot replace anyone. You cannot replace Camellia, you cannot replace Zosil, you cannot replace Lan, you cannot replace Scylla, and you cannot replace Nenio. Midnight Isles? Okay, for things like Midnight Isles, it depends. It depends. It depends. It depends. But why useless? I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't say so that she's useless for Midnight Isles. It depends which Midnight Isles. She's maybe not so useful for the first set of Midnight Isles, because I will have 24-hour spells. I have Diran to buff for 24 hours, what I will be doing right now. That's what I'm doing, buffing them for 24 hours. I have Diran, and I have Ember, and I have Voljev. So they will buff my party for Midnight Isles for 24 hours. But later, second set of islands, when Nenio's illusion spells become powerful, she can be definitely useful in some fights, because how can you fight, for example, a vampire, a sharpshooter? Vampire sharpshooter is crazy. It's crazy. Vampire sharpshooter. It's super OP. It's extremely. It's probably one of the toughest mobs in all the Midnight Isles. It's that vampire spell shooter. And Spellmaster doesn't have illusion spells. Turn-based is much easier. I already told it many times why. It makes fights much easier. That's why I'm using turn-based. I'm always using turn-based if it's complicated, because bosses or tough fights you just cannot do in real time. It's impossible. You'll be destroyed, defeated. That's why we always use turn-based scam, to win some difficult fights. Yeah, and real-time with pause is undoable on those difficulties. It's undoable. Maybe you can play real-time with pause on core difficulty. I think you can play most of the game like that. Yes, of course. I've done everything on Kingmaker, yes. And I killed that boss in Beneath the Stone Lands in one try. On the first try. But I played, you know how I played? It was top difficulty. It's not Wrath of the Righteous doesn't have it, but it's only moderately strong enemies. In Kingmaker there is another line. So I went for the maximum difficulty, the last one, and of course I played with damage to party 3. I killed this with boss on the first try. You can see there are videos of my Kingmaker in Ultimate Unfair. Yes, of course, no doubt about it. No doubt. Matter wave, no doubt. The only real difference with Kingmaker and Pathfinder, in Pathfinder you can do that. In Kingmaker you cannot do that, so it takes time, but you are getting used to it very fast. Very fast. And the second thing, it's my personal opinion, that story-wise I prefer Kingmaker. It seems to me that story-wise Kingmaker is more interesting. Okay, I might be mistaken, but it's my personal opinion. I prefer Kingmaker story. And no, that's definitely worth playing. I will be playing it. I finish my last Atlanti on Unfair. If I finish, most probably I will be defeated sooner or later. I will finish this playthrough, and next will be Kingmaker with Monk in top difficulty. Yeah, exactly what Nani says. I have the same impression. Yeah, but they are both good. And I tell you also, Wave, that Pillars of Eternity 1 is also worth playing. Definitely. If I wasn't so much involved with Pathfinder games, I would be playing still Pillars of Eternity 1. It's worth. I liked Pillars. I still like it. I spent hell of a time playing it. Like, I don't remember. 8 times I played it, definitely, maybe even more. Almost forgot to give that. I'm doing it in case I have random encounter. That's the only way to stay relatively safe, is to have 24-hour buffs. I don't see other way to play it. But on which difficulty you play it? I played on Path of the Damned with triple crowns, and I played always solo. I never played it with a full team, but with full team it's more difficult than solo. It's more difficult. I played solo and I didn't respect. Victor Creed was playing it solo and he respect like 2 times. He respect 2 times during a game, depending whom he was, fighting. See, he made 2 respects. I started with the same build and I finished it. With the same build. But solo is easier. But if you try to play Pillars of Eternity, Path of the Damned in with a full team, that's much more difficult, and I'm not even sure it's possible. I'm not even sure it's possible. I will try once. Shit, I don't have. Okay, it doesn't matter. Verlia what? Verlia played Path of the Damned with a team. Knowing, let's say, Verlia's talents for building, I doubt it very strong. Maybe he played, but no, he played. I've seen like names, so I know he played it. But question is how he played it. How many respects he did? First question. How many respects he did? Was it Path of the Damned or not? Was he cheating or not? How many reloads he did? That's what comes to it. No, Midnight Bolt. He used. No, Nani, you are wrong. Verle is a very good gamer. He's a very good gamer. He's probably one of the most experienced gamers. I don't believe anyone played so many games as he did and that he is doing. Maybe what's his name? Kokarnash. No, Kokarnash plays less games than Verle. So Verle is absolutely good with what he's doing, and he is a great gamer. But he's cheating. Yes, he is cheating. He was cheating with Pathfinder he was cheating. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure he was also cheating with Pillars of Eternity. At least he was respecting. He was making 2, maybe 3 respects. No, with Midnight Bolt he cheated not accidentally. You cannot cheat accidentally. He was cheating consciously. He knew about this bolt. He looked for it. I watched this playthrough. We've been playing simultaneously. His first playthrough, we've been playing simultaneously, and his second playthrough, we've been playing simultaneously. So I was playing, and Verla was in the background. So I've heard and seen everything. Of course. It was planned. He knew about this bolt. He was looking for it. Because his first try, he couldn't beat the game on unfair. He was playing it on hard. Bosses, he was doing on unfair, yes. Bosses, he was doing on unfair. But bosses, it's not the most difficult part. And then second game, he wanted to have it absolutely on unfair. But for that, he needed a bolt. So he was looking for it. And I remember damage he was dealing with. He made Windwag of course roadie, and then imagine she's roadie, she has her shot, and plus bolt that never misses, so it never misses, so it hits always 50, and if even if it misses, he hits 50, but on top sneak attack. So it's crazy. So he was cheating with this bolt. I was laughing, of course, because he was very proud how he beats everyone with that bolt. I think, of course, you can one shot most of the mobs if it never misses, and it's always 50 damage. Yeah, I also, yeah. No, I was keeping him in background because he tells nice things. I like to listen to him. He's a very nice guy. We had some communications with him. Let's say small communication, but we exchange some information, some opinions. Yeah. I like the food he's promoting. His huge tomatoes, they grow in mountains of his relatives. Yeah, tomatoes and garlic and things like that. Verli is a great gamer. Okay, that's done. And Carnage I also like. He just plays on easy difficulties, but still Carnage I also sometimes like to listen to him. Like to listen to his streams. I like the way he commands, and he is really very talented for. Now we kick him out, and we take whom I wanted to take, of course, Zosil. Again, yes, Alexander Rus is, yes, he's hard, yes. He's still busy. He's still busy with Baldur's Gate 3. He's still on the first level. He never leveled up Baldur's Gate 3, and he's still playing. I think he's almost finished. He's very close to finish his. How do you know that you're better than him? You should, hello. You should first beat the game. Let's First you should beat the game and then say yes I am, because as far as I know you're still in the process of playing. I don't doubt you're very good in game. I don't doubt. I in no way I doubt it. But let you first finish the game. Uh, but he's playing. He enjoys it. He enjoys it. He doesn't play every day. He works. So for him, if he comes to play, it's like it's sort of relax. And also he, okay, let's be careful here. Let's be very careful. I still have 7 hours. It's more careful. Enter here and take one more rest. He also doesn't play every day. He plays, I believe, like 2, maybe 3 times a week, and maximum 3 hours. That's why it takes long. So he really enjoys the process. I will not be visiting him, or maybe I will visit him. It's a nice intermediate place. If you travel long distance, that direction, just go there, take one more rest, buff again, if it's possible. Yeah. What a shit. And here I will do, I think, I don't believe. Okay, I didn't take Nenio, but I couldn't take her. It was impossible. So I take this. No, I cannot. I cannot. Yeah, I cannot. But Alexander Rus still busy playing Baldur's Gate 3. He's finishing it. I think he'll finish very, very soon. Fuck you. What the fuck? I clicked on the wrong and he never leveled up, so he's still level 1. And he will finish Baldur's Gate 3 on level 1 without leveling up. But of course he saves scums. He saves scums a lot. Now, shit, it's... I should have taken Nenio instead of Camellia, because Nenio has 24-hour spells, and she has protection from fire. Because now if I go there, this fucking dragon will attack, and it will burn my party. Okay, this one has immunity to fire, but all the others, let's take the risk. Shit, and random encounter. Shit. What the shit. And look, Nenio, I go to turn-based. Why? Because turn-based, it's 10 times easier than real-time. This fight in real-time would have been lost, most probably. Especially, just look at that Vrock's Watery. Forget to fight it in real-time. No fucking way. I tell you the truth. Especially when you are not buffed. Especially when you have Vrock Watery. So, that's millions. Proof 1,000,001 that turn-based, it's a scam. It's a cheat. Okay, cheat, maybe it's a too harsh word. It's a scam. Real time with pause, that's a real difficulty. And how can you fight now? I don't have any fucking idea. By the way. I think that's it. I think that's over. And imagine it's Last Atlanti. What I am playing, it's actually like Last Atlanti, but with a chance that I can reload when it's really no other way. Imagine it's Last Atlanti and you have such encounter. What you do? Nothing. There is no way out of it. That's it. If if I had initiative, if I had initiative, less stands will not save you. Less stands, it's only for 2 rounds. So forget about last stand. The only thing which could probably save it here, it would be to have very high initiative. So that my wizard or Lan, they could attack first. It's will 22. So forget about this confusion. It won't work. But anyway, I have nothing better than that. So that's why I say last Atlanti on unfair, it's impossible. And that's one of the example. It's impossible. Okay, I could have diminished. I agree, I could have diminished with. First of all, I could have taken Nenio with me. That's why I said it was a mistake. Instead of Camellia, I should have taken Nenio. While sleeping in that temple, I would have 24 hours buffs. So she would buff them at least with heroism greater, with heroism greater, with some other stuff, wisdom and so on, cat's grace. So they would have been, no, it's not possible. It's not possible with a tank. It doesn't matter, tank or not tank, it doesn't matter. Result will be exactly the same. And I tell you, it's still not the worst party you can encounter. It's still reasonably weak party. There are mobs which are more dangerous than that one. For example, Ololiudru with 3 Babao's eliminators. But so what if I were playing last Atlanti? I mean, I should have been doing it anyway. Instead of Nenio, instead of Camille, I take Nenio. Nenio buffs with 24-hour spells. That's why they're so important as early as possible. And when we're here with 24-hour spells with Cat's Grace, they would have more initiative. Each one of them would have more initiative because Cat's Grace gives initiative. So that maybe they would have more chance to survive. Another way to survive, it was also Nenio, and you say Nenio is useless. Nenio is extremely useful, you cannot play without her. Forget about it. Give, of course, Nenio has heroism greater. Everyone would have heroism greater, which increases skills, including stealth. And then I needed to take a rest, and to take that rest you also need Nenio. And during rest you take food that gives you +3 to skills, including stealth. Then most probably, with such a high stealth, I could have evaded this random encounter. I could have avoided it. That's how it should have been played. Okay, I was not careful because I know it's not last Atlanti, but still, I'm playing without Savescam, so I should have been taking Nenio, not Camellia. Yeah. But even with Nenio, it still could happen. It still could happen. So that's why I say last Atlanti on unfair is impossible. If you cheat, yes, because I can cheat. I can go on last Atlanti, I can reload as many times as I want. I will be reloading till I will have initiative, till I roll initiative, till I can hit first, till he can use his confusion, maybe this one will confused, and so on. Whatever. And that's till end of Act 3. At least, actually, till you have level 13. When you have level 13 and mythic level 4, this already becomes somewhat easier. I don't know what can be done. Actually, nothing can be done. Okay, let's give true seeing. What else could he give? No, I cannot stop at location and buff because I don't have 24-hour buffs. I need to have Nanio for that. She's the only one that has 24-hour buffs, and she's the only one that can have 24-hour buffs. She's the only one that can get early 24-hour buffs. That's coming back to the question why she's so important and why she's irreplaceable. You see, it makes no sense. He will hit, he will not hit anyone. If Greybird dies, it's over. If you play Last Atlanti, Greybird dies, it's over. He dies, game is over. We'll use Mark of Justice here. That will be my first reload in Act 3. My first reload in Act 3. And that's disgusting. That's really disgusting. Lan killed him. And someone was telling me, it was you, Nani, that hexes are not as important. That's just example. If Lan didn't have that hex, Fortune, he would have never killed this one. It would have been over. I still didn't win, but I have very, very little chances now. Chances are really miserable. This stupid, idiotical power attack was on. The most idiotical feat you can have is power attack. Where is that shit? I hate those WoTRs, they're so disgusting. No, it's impossible. You cannot kill that shit. And they're not buffs, I don't have any buffs. That's it. My wizard is dead. I cannot revive him, it's impossible. That's impossible. The only hope could be inspiring recovery, and only on certain condition. But he has minus 45. He has minus 45. So inspiring recovery will not work. That's why also you must always have scroll, not one but at least 4 resurrect scrolls. Fucking shit. It's a first fucking reload in that fucking game. First fucking reload. And I could have played without reloaded if I just taken Nenio instead of fucking Camellia. But without fucking Camellia, I wouldn't have that fortune. So then, and I couldn't leave Zosil. I need his guarded hearth. That's why I say that last at Slanton and Fair is impossible. That's why never done it. No one ever done it. Even with all those cheats and so on. If you leech, you have some more chances. There is a leech spell that can make you immortal. You become like paralyzed and actually you become immortal. No, Nenio is not useless. I told you already why. Because Nenio could have given them 24-hour spells. They would have been much better prepared because they would have had 24-hour greater heroism, which is reading. You say for random encounters even Nenio is useless, and I say no, she is useful. For random encounters, Nenio is useful. And you say she is useless. And I say she is useful. What is 24 spell better than one in spell? Hello, did you listen to what I was telling 10 minutes ago? I was even showing. Because stealth goes up. Because stealth goes up with heroism greater. Because if you sleep, you have still +3 to stealth. So stealth would have been 7 times higher. He would have had 7 times higher stealth. So having higher stealth, most probably they would avoided this encounter. Oh my god. I think you don't listen really. How can you buff with Nenio? I was just telling about certain location. I don't go from Dresden. I go from the temple. I go from the temple, not from Dresden. But Graber is hitting well. Just look what he's doing. And he is not buffed, and that's unfair. He's doing well. So if I had resurrection scrolls, it could have probably worked. I could have maybe managed. And if I had nano, so this time, that's a first reload Act 3, but that's my fault. So I should take nano now. But I take nano, I'm losing Camellia. Camellia has fortune. Without fortune, that fight will be much more difficult. Much more difficult. So, allo, especially for you, showing you the principle, how it works. So where was it that I left? I think I left somewhere. No, not here. I think I left here, most probably. Most probably I left here. No, that's too late already. So you see, I'm not coming from Dresden, I'm coming from Temple. So from Dresden till Temple, you have 24-hour buffs. And from here till here, it will be also sufficient 24-hour buffs. Maybe till 12 hours here, so it's sufficient. What you don't think? Yes, you don't think, but it's sufficient because it's 12 hours from here till here, 12 hours. So how many hours do you think from here till here? Maybe 8 hours. So it's sufficient. The only problem is that you don't take nano, and that's the problem. Because without nano, without Camellia, because no Camellia, no fortune. And such a fight without fortune, it's... So we do it with nano. I'm showing you the principle. Why nano is so important. And Zosil, I have to take him because of Guarded Hearth. Also for random encounters. If random encounters happens, you cannot do it without Guarded Hearth. So that's your safety. That's why those companions quests like Greybor and so on, it's not so good. I don't need to pre-buff. I have 24-hour buffs now. Okay, not 24, 23 maybe, or what? Ah, okay, I see. I see, they're not buffed at all. I see. But how is it possible? How is it possible? It should have been saved automatically, I think. After I came back to Dresden. Strange. It should have been saved. Okay. Normally, if you go Dresden and you leave, it's saved just at that moment. Strange. Citadel. First fucking reload. So really, last at slant, you cannot make mistakes. So I'll write here Act 1 9 Act 2 5. Where's the fucking 5 and Act 3 1. But that's a real reload. But again, it's due to bad strategy. So Nanio comes. It's not good. Kick her out. I would prefer she's there. You know, if I had Drunken Master here, it would have been the same story. If you have WoTR, which is one of the strongest mobs till Act 5, chances are really small. She has less stand. What else should I give him? What else should I give him? No. Some protection. He already hits relatively good. Already now he hits relatively good, but he needs more protection to survive such things. It's Greybor. This assault I will give him definitely. He will definitely have it, no doubt about it. Just question is when. Now maybe it's too early. I would like to give him something like Fortitude. It would be better. But he doesn't have Fortitude there, so he cannot have it here. Maybe yes. Maybe you're right, Elo. Maybe, yeah. I don't see anything else. Rupture restraints. Just for the case like that. Just for the case like that. So that's also, by the way, that's a good example why it's at least damage dealers like Lan and Sila should have Rupture restraint. So I think underlining assault it was too early. Better Rupture restraint here, and instead of this Rupture restraints, just for those fucking random encounters. So that's a good lesson. If I continue, they have like 8 hours. So for 8 hours, it's still here, and here they don't have any more spells. That's why I go here. I don't even need to enter, I think. It's better to enter because it's a holy place. Normally, so, and what he was telling, and so, and what I was telling. Yes, but that's what I did. But that's what I did, allo. That's what I did. But you need to have a buffer for that. And buffer is Nenio. And Nenio was not there. So you enter here, you cannot buff because you don't have a buffer. Now I have Nenio. That's a different story. But problem with Nenio, she doesn't have all the necessary buffs. But at least she has a mass pottage, which gives +3 to skill checks. And that's what matters. That's what matters. What the fuck? What the fuck is that? And now she can buff. Heroism greater. Now look at his stealth. It's now 26. Okay, encumbrance. So we give him that. Now it's 29. Now with stealth 29, there is a less chance to have such thing like happened. I don't remember what is DC of those encounters. I believe like 36 or 35, 30 with something. Let's say 36. So he needs to roll 7 to detect the mob. Something like that. Moreover, it heroism greater raises up fortitude. Okay, in his case it's low anyway, but here it makes sense. So with higher fortitude, they have more chances to survive. Do like that. Like that we do. But now imagine it's last Atlanti. Of course, in last Atlanti you would be much more careful and you'll be looking at such things. So we just decreased chance on random encounter, and also with adding heroism greater, in case this encounter happens, there will be at least buff somehow. And now we can add more things. We can add this to make them more tanky. We do like that. That's what I should have done. Yes, he has. He has. He has boots. With boots he has heroism greater. I bought those boots in Dresden. There is a market. Wilser Grams is selling such boots. Exactly, that's why. Because he has heroism greater, So all the time he has boost to his skills. That's why I put it. That was purpose. And cat's grace, of course, and bear's endurance to increase fortitude, and those rocks, they hit fortitude. And more reflexes with that. Only on damage dealers. Of course, with Drunken Master it would have been easier. He just has more HP, he's more tanky. We can put also resist fire in case dragon attacks. And protection from fire. And we don't have any more 24 hours spells, so now we go. Same story. Emmanuel is the only one whom you can give those things immediately. Everyone else must have last stand. Main character, of course. That's... Now Graber is good damage dealer. He's good damage dealer. Even on unfair, he is very good. He could have been much better. He could have been much better. They just don't need to give them this bullshit, totally useless bullshit, and not to give him that Dwarven War Axe. I mean, not give him that. It should have been not Dwarven War Axe, it should have been Hand Axe. And then 2 Hand Axes. Weapon focus, Hand Axe. Here again, greater weapon focus, Hand Axe. Here, Fortitude. Here, Fortitude. And then he would have been even much better. No, Hammer the Gap is bullshit. Is bullshit. I've been using Hammer the Gap till my last playthrough, and then I realized when I made calculations that it's a useless thing. Because it works only, of course, just tell me, what does it do? I was showing already many times. If you think about it, you realize that it does nothing. Lan now has 5 attacks. He has, imagine, he has Hammer the Gap. He hits a boss. And he misses all 5 times. He misses all 5 times. What's Hammer the Gap good for? Useless feat. Okay, let's say he hits boss 1 time. What he gets? 0. He hits the boss 2 times. What he gets? Extra 1 to damage. That's all. So for bosses and tough mobs, Hammer the Gap is useless. And if it's simple mobs, you don't need Hammer the Gap because he will kill them anyway. So plus 4 damage, a greater invisibility, of course, it's a must, of course. That's a must. You cannot play without it. Greater invisibility, haste, displacement, those things are must. You cannot play without them. That's why you need extend spell on Nano and also on Wizard to have 24 hours invisibility and displacement. So let's see if you have no random encounter. That's dragon. That's a dragon. Greater invisibility always works. If mobs don't, we already talked about that. If mobs don't have true seeing, yes, it does. We already talked about that. It always works. Only if mobs have true seeing. But then you have mind blank. You don't play without greater invisibility. There is enraged, and how many of them are enraged? How many of them are enraged? 1 in 100 maybe. No, many not. Many not. Small minority is enraged. Really small minority. No, not a long way. You can buy it. You can buy it now. There are scrolls. They cost 3,000. So what? There are a lot of money. You are making Midnight Isles. You have so much money. You don't know what to do with them. Again, I don't see any problem, because very small number of mobs are enraged. 1 in 100 maybe. Happens rarely. And they easily killed anyway. There are more than that. There are more than 5. And you don't need many of them. You don't need many mind blanks. Will is very strong. Will is very strong. Okay, let's just annoy the shit. Do we still have protection from fire? Yes. That's, you see, 24-hour spells from Nenio. They still work 11 hours. If I didn't have Nenio now, what would I have done? Maybe not killed, but it would have been very unpleasant. Nenio could have been killed because she doesn't have last stand. Nenio, yes, she could have been killed. She could have been killed. I don't know if I should spend all of that. Yeah. It was already one encounter. Because they didn't have last stand, that's why. They didn't. Now Nenio still doesn't have last stand. Okay, let's not take a risk. And she missed, of course. Concealment. Let's sacrifice Ivo. It was Lan. Nenio put somewhere there. Have a bit. Yeah, Graber. He cannot do anything. And that's it. So it was not really necessary, but how could you know? And now, as far as I used guarded hearth, now when I use guarded hearth, I am now in danger, because if here I have random encounter. Oh shit. It will be over. Stop, 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 stop. I already make several mistakes. I lost buffs. I should have defeated that army first. I think it goes like that. I think it goes like that, but I'm not sure. I don't think it goes like that. I think it turns. But I will come back to Dresden. Come back to Dresden. Just to be sure. So to play Lestat you really have to consider everything, to keep in mind all those things. Knowledge of game must be really impeccable, perfect. You must know what to do for every. You must really have a plan, like a book. You write down. I go there. If that happens, I do that. If that happens, I do that. That's it. So it's so repetition. We repeat everything from the beginning. Ninety. You always find something funny to say. So, and also problem is I cannot use it so much with mass pottage because of this edible moss. I don't have it anymore. It's all expired. The only place I can get it now it's Midnight Isles. So I can still take 9 rests with edible moss. So that's how it goes. I think it's enough to make sense vitals. I have 2 of them. Let's make scroll of shield extended. By the way, one more reason to extend scroll of shields. It's a lot of things to keep in mind. But Graber was impressive. Fucking shit, that idiot rolled 2. And now I lost valuable ingredient. I wonder what would happen. Imagine a situation that it's announced officially someone who beat game on Lestat on unfair gets like 2,000 euro reward. Okay, maybe not 2, maybe 5,000 euro reward. What would happen then? I think people would start playing like hell. Like 5,000 euro for a person who beat Lestat on unfair. 5,000 euro. I think it's easy to get that amount. Just make sort of kicks like crowdfunding, and everyone like gives 10 euros. $500 people gives 10 euro each, and then you have 5,000 euros. But it should be done under strict control, so that no toy box used and things like that. No cheats, should be monitored, and I wanted to go for that army just in case. Yeah. No, but I mean, if you make such announcement, imagine how many people look on place of AllCat. If I was AllCat marketing manager, that's what I would have done. I say, guys, there is a like challenge. Beat Last Atlantean on fair, and 10,000 euros prize. Like three three first person who beat it on unfair get each 10,000 euro. 30,000 euro for all cat is nothing. But imagine how many people would be attracted by that. Thousands. They would have bought those games. It would attract much more. So just people who would participate, but also many more people who would start playing, because it would be sort of hype. But it's possible, it's absolutely realistic. Just tell me it's not. It's absolutely realistic. But there are enough CRPG lovers. Not only, I think it would attract also gamers which play other styles. Because there are, believe me, there are a lot of people in the world that will be very happy with 5,000 euro. A lot. In Eastern Europe, it will be a huge number of people, but not only in Eastern, in Western Europe also, in India, in China, in wherever. It will be huge boost. So this army has been defeated. It would have been a huge boost. I don't know why they don't do it. I don't know anyone from there. I don't have any contacts. I can have contacts with Larian Studio because, let's say, they're not their headquarters not very far from me. So theoretically, I could have made contacts with Larian Studios, and Larian, I think they have contacts with them, but I don't have any direct contacts. But I think that they would probably refuse because they have their own their own plans. They have their own vision. They think they know what they're doing, and they say, okay, what it would give me, we will invest 30,000, what will have in return. Yeah, but to me it's clear it would boost 30,000. It's nothing on the scale what it gives back. Even, let's say, even if no one will buy anything from them, I mean, if no one buys some extra copy of Pathfinder, it creates some hype. So, like, AllCat made this, AllCat made that, you become like more known, more famous. So here I would go for leadership because it's a problematic one that goes down. Okay, I go for leadership. Of course, belt. And next one, that one. Not on core. Last Atlanti was not on core. It was on normal difficulty. It wasn't even on core. It was a normal difficulty. I think it was like 24 or 26 participants. But they were not proposed money as far as I remember. They were not proposed money because actually all cat they're very greedy. They're so greedy that they made very bad marketing decisions. For example, voice acting, full voice acting. When they were asked why don't you have full voice acting, shit, fuck you, блять, сука. Fucking game. Now I have to take one more rest. Fuck them. Because you click one direction, he goes fucking other direction. Fucking idiots. Already something happened. Okay. And that can be interesting. That's not, so I go for that one. So no, it's very easy to do that. Extremely easy to do that. So they're so greedy, and they said, "Aye, but it's so expensive. That's why we didn't do that." That's such a bullshit. I mean, or there is something very stupid there. Really, they don't have vision. I mean, there are millions of students in the world, millions, sort of young artist schools, whatever. I have to take one more rest because of that that jump. Uh, young actor school, students, millions. You just go to any actor school, to any school, to any university, say, hey, hello, creative people, we need to voice this and that and that and that. It would be a line of thousands of people who would be happy to do this work free of charge, gratis, free of charge, just because their name would be written in the game or just for their portfolio of. So it was so easy to find those actors. Why didn't they do that? And if this game was voice acted, it would be much more successful. But they didn't even get that idea that you can just get those students. And now look at their voice acting. Okay, Van Dwag is good actress and some others, but look at the actor who is voicing Diran. My God, this guy has absolutely no talent. I think you take like anyone from the street, he would have done it better. World is not coming to the end just yet. My God, that guy doesn't know anything about acting. He's absolutely talentless. I would have fired him immediately. Who the hell gave this actor who was voicing Diran, who was paying him money? This guy has no talent at all. He's not able to act. It's incredible. I thought maybe he's son of someone or someone's relative, that they put him like that. Maybe his son or brother or whatever, or cousin of one of the one from management. I don't explain it. There is no acting at all. The world is not coming to the end just yet. My God. No, I just say that he doesn't have any talent, and that if he, and they paid him money, for what? Regil, good actor, no doubt. The dog, very good actor. Camellia is okay. Camellia is okay. No problem. Every, I think every person taken from the street would act better than Diran. Okay, let's go. Vidwag has good talent. I mean, not Vidwag, but actor who is playing her. Amber is also okay. In Kingmaker, Tartucci was great, 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 great. But there are millions of young people who could do like that. Free of charge. Exactly, exactly. Movies are crappier and crappier because probably artificial intelligence also is involved. No, if they really wanted to solve the problem with voice acting, they would have done it. I just think they didn't care. They said, okay, it will be fun like that. Why should we bother, spend our extra time? Let's maybe go eat some barbecue or drink some vodka, whatever. I am doing that in case random encounter happens. Before the temple. It can happen after the temple. also. No, but it's easy. You don't need to do anything. No investment, nothing. No investment. Just take guy like me, for example. Give guy like me, I don't know, couple of thousand euros. I will go visit several schools. I will go visit every university, every normal school. They have sort of clubs, acting clubs, anything. I would go there, and in 1 week I would have 100 candidates to voice everything, and they would be 1,000 times better than that actor that was voicing Diran. Full voice acting nowadays, it's quite desirable thing. I don't say it's a must, but it's something which is quite desirable to have. Okay, let's go. Nani could have done voice acting. I think if you take Nani to voice Diran, he would have done it very well. He would have a heavy German accent. The world is not coming to the end just yet. With the voice of Schwarzenegger, for example. Go out and Cecile goes in. I'll be back. Da-da-da-da. There are some RPG players that say I don't need voice acting because I like to voice myself. So like they imagine themselves how their how how their how they're acting, their game heroes. As I prefer to imagine myself the way they speak, their intonation, but it's minority. Majority likes voice acting. By the way, Discari has very good voice acting. It's a good voice acting. Yeah, it's minority who prefers not to have voice acting. That's a minority. You see, I still didn't take any fortification. Just saving on time. Shit, I wanted to take that one. I went to the wrong direction. Ah, that's a demon army that coming or what? Okay. So here we have our first rest. Yes, of course, World of Radiance. I finished all one, two. I finished 3 books. Of course, if you read books, let's say most people they're doing that. They're imagining those dialogues and so on. But with games, I think it's nice if it's fully voiced. If it's fully voiced. So I do with more spottage. For the second time. Shit. I didn't know we could be attacked here. Really, I didn't know about it. It's new to me. It's new to me. Normally this temple is a sacred place. No, if Diran fully voiced all the dialogues, I, I think I would never play this game. Oh my god. Now they're confused, those idiots. Oh. One is, by the way, debuffer. Let's maybe Graber can punish the debuffer. You see, he's confused, but he's debuffing. Isn't it disgusting? To be confused and still debuff. But those are good. They're good confused. They are very well confused. Nabasso especially. Nabasso is killing himself. Okay, such random attacks, it's okay. We got a little bit of XP. 222. Hideous laughter, we already talked about it. It doesn't work. If I use now hideous laughter, how would it help me? And for mythic best jokes, I didn't have possibility just yet. Because there are fuck you. Fucking idiot. There is no possibility for best jokes, you see? Less stunned is a must, abundant casting is a must, enduring spell is a must, and so it goes. There is always something better than that. Now I will buff. Yes, the Nidra was exactly hiding exactly that place. And Delamere is there. If you play Leech, then you can take Delamera, but she's useless. Delamera is useless. Yeah. It was Zanedra. Zanedra is very evil, actually. She is extremely evil. There are many evil characters in this game. Including Regil, Camellia, Diran. Extremely evil. Oh yes, Stanton Wayne, of course. He's very, very evil. Do you like Stanton Wayne? Who has the boots? He has the boots. Yeah, that's from that Nabasso. I think I need. He fits for this run, but again he is useless. I tried him. I tried him and Delamera. They all are useless. Graber has shitty build, but even with that shitty build, he can do some damage. I think in the end of game I will replace Nanya with Graber just before threshold. Now finally we can go, I hope. And I hope Dragon will not attack again. He already attacked us here, so why would he be attacking again? And it's time to take that fortification already, before it becomes too late. Surprise, surprise. Maybe we don't even need to take rest. No, we need, because they will. It gives, some of them are good, but again, this and this is not for unfair. This is for core difficulty and below. This is totally useless. Nenio's build is okay, but I would take in a way her charisma completely, like put it on minimum, and given her more dexterity and more intelligence and much less constitution. For Diran, that's useless. That's useless. I mean, for Zosiel, that's useless. That's useless. That is okay. But those two things are totally useless. Shield focus for Scylla is also useless, because on unfair she cannot be a tank, she can be only damage dealer. But for core difficulty, and I think even on hard, I think on hard she can tank more or less. More or less sometimes. If you give her tower shield proficiency. But Scylla is also a book character. She's book character, she wears shield, so that's normal that they made her like that. But otherwise I wouldn't have given it to her. But otherwise she's okay. I don't know if I need, don't remember if I need to rest now or not. I think yes. I think yes. Let's go saving throws. Ah no, because it's edible moss, I don't want to use it. Then we go for that, for extra HP. And I need this because we can be intercepted. So Graybor. Okay, here is okay. Here is okay, here is okay. Okay, we're covered everywhere. That's everything is covered good. Let's see if it comes to here. Yeah, nice rolls. I rest here because I remember you cannot buff here, because if you buff, all the buff will expire. Time past 6 hours. That's why you don't buff. It's been a long time since I was buffing Sila. I don't have Camellia, and with Camellia I don't have bark skin. Can you imagine? No bark skin. Serious problem. So how can you do without Camellia? You see, it's all is connected. One has only for himself, yes, but if you have Drunken Master, he also has bark skin. And Scylla can manage without bark skin because she's one shot anyway. With bark skin or without. Okay, I think we can manage without bark skin. What makes Camellia really indispensable is bark skin, its spiders, its protective luck and fortune, and her dispelling. That she dispels. She also has some other useful buffs, and she is a good tank also. In the end of the game, she's quite tanky, and she can even give some damage. Yes, yes, yes. Camellia. Of course, she's quite tanky. Yes. She's more tanky than Scylla than anyone else. Monk is tank number 1, Lan tank number 2, and Camellia is tank number 3. She's really universal. Yeah, it was a misclick that I wanted to give it to Sila. Let's see how well Graber will do. I am myself curious. But I don't think he's good against real bosses like that. For armor class, we'll see. We'll definitely see it. The beast is here. Let's punish her with guarded hearth. So next time she will know. The only real tank here is Lan. Graber is 23, is ridiculous. His armor classes is ridiculous. We'll see it, I don't remember. I never checked her armor class. I never looked at it. Never ever. Never ever. I don't think he will hit, we'll see. No, he will hit. He'll have greater invisibility. Unguarded hearth is there. I don't remember if she's outsider or not. Maybe she is not outsider. Or maybe she is. In case she is, okay, now just to give her haste. What it gives? Inspect or not? It gives nothing actually. It will not help me to beat her. I given all the buffs I could for that fight. Just haste is missing. I forgot. Protection from fire. Protection from fire, yes. And now haste. Yeah, without Camellia it's a bit uncomfortable. No, I will inspect, don't worry. I will inspect her. No doubt about it. I understand you're curious, so 56 armor class. Will is very strong. So no enchantment spells against her. It just won't work. Reflexes, her weakest part. Touch attack, so Hellfire Ray will work good against her. Immunities. Attack 54, so Lan cannot tank her. No way he can tank her. I go turn-based. So for turn-based, Scylla puts on her finger. So she got her finger. Now Greyboar can put what? It's Lan. Perfect strike, extra attack. And Lan missed. Nenio cannot do anything. I will not even try it. It makes no sense. Zosil can give bit of luck, let's say to I didn't augment Scylla. Scylla is small. Now he can put his targeted thing, and can he charge her or not? Now Scylla should put Smite evil also. We should have come a bit closer to her. Now she's already wounded. I should have positioned them closer because they lost one. But you see that advantage to start in turn-based. That's turn-based for you. If I started in real time, it would have been totally different fight. Because you have all those free attacks. So not that fight is easy one. The most difficult is to pass those skill checks. For that fight, only 110 XP. Yes, turn base is exactly lifesaver. Exactly, that's what I'm saying all the time. Big lifesaver. Okay, that's for Vendoag. Turn base is a great thing. Yeah. No, I'm trying to do on real time. I'm doing everything which is easy, just to make it faster. Because imagine tavern defense and turn base. You can get crazy. First I wanted to go to take already that. Finally it's time. I think it's high time to go for them. Yep. Here I built teleportation, and from here I will be attacking Ivory Sanctum. So I will go here. Here I will buff. I will teleport here, and then I will come here. So I will come to Ivory Sanctum with 24-hour buffs. What is TP? How you build TP? I don't know what TP is. Teleportation. You don't know how to beat teleportation. Yes, by the way, how to beat teleportation. Like that. First I have to build something. I need to be always citadel, because this increases time of the siege by 3 days. And then, by the way, I have some problems. So, material points. Yes, supply center. Finance points. And let's say hospital. I need 60 material points. Material points is really my problem. That's first step for teleportation. Teleportation is extremely important to have, and it's all strategy already. From teleportation here, I teleport. From Dresden here, from here I just go here, and from here I can teleport in 4 different points of the map, thus avoiding possibility of random encounters. So all of that, it's important to keep in mind. And then I have to go here I go to outpost and bastion expansion. It says not enough resources. I have to buy it. Unfortunately, more money. And again, material points. And it costs like hell. See the price? It's crazy price. Now issue decree. And that's all. And then when those 4 buildings has been built, you convert this outpost to bastion. Outpost becomes a bastion. And you have 4 more slots, no, you have more slots to build, and then you have option to build here teleportation after that. Then you build teleportation here. It's extremely important, this system of teleportations, and it should be linked with those things. So that's a way to avoid many random encounters and to beat. It's much makes things easier. with those teleportations. Regarding the here is trickier and not it also costs money and so on. Regarding how good tank is Camellia, she has 70 armor class. I could make her believe like 72 even. She can be 72. I look at her attack. 58 attack. 36 damage. Look at her critical range. She hits. She won't hit Arilu Vorlesh or Nahindri, but all the rest she's hitting quite well. With such armor class. My monk has 112. Scylla has 57 only. One has 82. What do you mean refocus? You cannot refocus her. There is no such things as refocusing. You have the build and that's it. How can you refocus her on the hitting? She has all the buffs. You cannot refocus. Yes, of course she's hitting. I mean, she's hitting. If she's not chanting, she's hitting. Or if she chanted enough, she can hit. No. She's not anymore on backline. Scylla is, that's how they should be. That's a correct order. Front line is Drunken Master with his 112 armor class. Then comes Lan with his 82. Actually, I could make him 86, but then I should have given him some other buffs. And so 82 is enough for him. That's the best build for Lan, just you don't need Hammer the Gap. You see, previous game I was still using Hammer the Gap, but it's totally useless fit, so I will not use it anymore. That's last time I was using it. He doesn't need it. And Mythic Pass less 10, Dodge Mythic Inspirational, Improved, Ranging, Great Fortitude, Distracting, Point Blank, Rapture, Restraints, Weapon Focus. That's all he needs. And Camellia with Last Stand, Abundant, Enduring Spell, Improved, Dodge Mythic, Greater Abundant, Wind, Favorite Metamagic Quicken, Rapture, Restraints. By the way, with Dodge Mythic, she has more armor class. She has now 70, but with Dodge Mythic, she has 80 on every. No. It's a bad build. Hammer the Gap shouldn't be used at all on unfair difficulty, because it makes no sense. Because against bosses it doesn't make any sense. But if you fight normal mobs, for normal mobs you don't need it, because you will kill them anyway. For normal mobs you kill them anyway. So what? Normal mobs you kill anyway. He has 8 attacks. He has 7 attacks. So for normal mobs you have you can kill them anyway, and bosses you will not hit anyway. Maybe you will hit boss 1 or 2 times, and then you hammer the gap. Doesn't work. Not only on bosses, it doesn't work on bosses. It's also useless on mobs like Vavakia, Vanguard, and some other things. No, you always missing late game. Always. You always missing bosses. If you play on easy difficulties, yes, but if you play on unfair, you will not. You will of course miss the bosses. Most time you will be missing. You'll be hitting easy bosses. I mean, you'll be hitting easy mobs. All those babaos and whatever their dredges and so on. Vrogs, but you'll be killing them anyway. You don't need hammer the gap for that. Those feats are much more important. Great fortitude, improved great fortitude, shake it off, reflexes. In this build, instead of hammer the gap, I will give him reflexes. So he has more time, he has a bit more chances to survive some reflex oriented attacks. So that's, if you play on a core difficulty, then it's okay to have. It's okay to have. But even on core difficulty, I wouldn't use it. So she is 70, but she has dodge mythic. So every first attack of every round, she has 80. Her armor class is 80. Then second attack, it's 70 again. Next round, first attack 80. So it jumps between 80 and 70, 80, 70. Remisa Mutants run will be tomorrow. I played enough of Last Atlantis today. My head is really broken. Last Atlantis takes a lot of energy and a lot of things. And I will show, just before going to rest, I will show you how good you can hit bosses. Now Lan is now hitting boss. How many times he hit her? Miss. Only misses. So no chance. Okay, he's out of guarded hearth, but even on guarded hearth, it will be the same. She needs to be debuffed. And even after she's debuffed, he'll be hitting her like 2 times from 7. 2 times from 7. So he will, with hammer the gap, will give him 1 more extra damage. But what she's doing now is tsunamis and clashing rocks. That's fortitude and reflex. That's fortitude and reflex, all of that. You can see it here, fortitude, reflex. So those things are important, especially fortitude. How debuff works? How debuff works? You already know that it doesn't need to pass through spell resistance. So spell resistance doesn't help. Let's see what happens. Here is Camellia. Here is Camellia. That's a dispel. Let's see what happened. Dispel, so dispel, you see? Difficulty 31. She rolled 32. So you see, it's not so difficult to dispel. She needs to roll 9 actually. Yeah. Yes, of course she dispels Semantle. She dispels True Seeing, by the way. She dispels Death Ward. She dispels Resist Sonic and so on. So you see it's 31. Let's check stats of Arilu. She's here now, by the way. Let's check her stats. 31, yes. What is 31 here? You see, spell resistance is 40. What do you mean DC of Semantle? Ah, okay, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. I don't think it's linked to the C of spells. It says DR. I don't know what the R is, damage resistance, whatever. So, what does she have that is 31? Let's see. Difficulty 31. What is 31? I don't think so. I don't think so. Because it's too small. It's ridiculously small. Look at level of spell. Nenio is not a real Warlish, but even she has DC of Weird 41. And DC of Semantle is 35. Do you believe DC of Semantle on a real Warlish is 31? Then she would have been weaker than Nenu. No, that's something else. I don't see any 31 here. I don't see any 31 here. So you believe with 67 intelligence, it doesn't matter. She has much less than that. Don't 31, it's not DC of spells. It's just impossible. Maybe it's 60, maybe it's 60 or 70. I don't see what is 31. No idea. No idea. It says DR. It's not mentioned here. Whatever it is, it's 31. And that's all you need to know. It's 31, so to dispel it, you need to roll 10. If you roll 10, you dispel it. But it's clear, it's level 40. And her spell resistance is 40. Maybe Nani would know it. Maybe Nani would know it. He is tabletop specialist, so he should know such things. I like that fight, it's very epic. And I like teaching moment. I didn't even give Nenio dispel. She has scrolls. And she fails to dispel because she rolled 1. Ha ha ha. But modifier is 27. Her modifiers are higher than modifiers of Camellia, you see? So to dispel, she needs to roll only 5. She needs to roll 5. And Camellia needs to roll 10. Because of that, dispel focus and dispel focus twice. And Camellia has it only once. And that's a mistake. That's a mistake in her build, because I given her greater spell focus conjuration, which is absolutely useless. But that's I realized after playing so many times with different main characters. So her ideal build, it's like that. Just in place of this, she should have dispel focus, and here should be greater dispel focus, and that's it. And that's her ideal build. And here it's all correct. Less stand, abundant, 2 times those, improved, dodge mythic, this, wind, favorite, quicken, and rapture restraints. Her gear is nothing special. She doesn't really have anything special. Belt is just 6 plus 6, dexterity, constitution. Apprentice rope, nothing special. Chainmail of camaraderie from Act 2. From Act 2. You see, even mitral enhancement 3. I could have given her mage armor. She would have had plus 5. Here would have been 72. So 72 armor class. There is nothing special. Dashing cavalier gloves. They really do nothing. Boots of arcane persistence. Never used. Buckler of renegation. Okay, maybe okay if Arilo Warlish hits sometimes with Hellfire Ray. But she's using another shield, which gives her, it's the same actually. So, plus 8 bracers, Ring of Evasion, which is a must of course, Icy Protector, Wrath of the Undead, which doesn't do anything for boss fights. It doesn't do anything. Gloves, goggles of pure sight, and inspired wisdom. So you see, there is nothing special in Camellia with items, with gear. It's really nothing special. But look at her stats. No. It's not better. It's wrong. That's wrong. That's big mistake. Put goggles on Nenio, because Nenio already has a good chance to dispel. She has less chance to dispel. So that's why we give goggles to her, because she first time she dispels always. After she dispels, Nenio goes second. She dispels 2 times. And because she has huge chances to dispel, she will dispel from 2 times. She will dispel at least once. Maybe she dispels twice. And then again comes Camellia. She dispels twice. And then again comes Nenio. She dispels twice. So each of them will dispel one. She will dispel 3 times, and she will dispel 4 times. So 7 tries. And you need only 3 dispels for Arilu. Okay, maybe 4. But after 3 dispels, she becomes vulnerable. Of course, Quicken works for dispel. That's the only reason I have given to Camellia Quicken spell here. Quicken spell, and here, of course, favorite Metamagic Quicken. That's the only reason she has Quicken spell. In Camellia, and Nenio has also the same. She has Quicken spell. But in Mythic Pass, I didn't give it to her. It's not necessary. She has stuffs. She has roads, Quicken roads. And that's piercing. No, it's not necessary. You see no piercing. Camellia definitely doesn't need any piercing, because her main weapon is spiders. Okay, spiders are really not used so much. there are several occasions where spiders are used. In all the game, maybe 7 or 8 times spiders are used. Maybe 10 times maximum. Yeah. So she doesn't need any spell penetration, nothing to penetrate. Only thing she needs here, this should go out, and then dispel, focus, and greater dispel. And then she's great dispeller. And Nanyo has already. And as you see, Nanyo, she does have spell penetration 2 times. So maybe it would have been better. I think this is a mistake. This is a mistake. This one. Here you're right. Here you're right. Exactly. But Nanyo's power is not a dispelling. The only thing you dispel is Arilu Vorlish. You don't need to dispel anyone else. You dispel Arilu Vorlish, that's it. Okay, if you like, you can dispel Nahindri if you like. You can dispel Lesser Korean, but I never dispel them. She has Weird. That's her very powerful weapon. Just look at DC. It's 45. It's 45 DC. Can you imagine power of it? And here, yes, here I should have given her a piercing spell. Actually, you don't need it. I agree. It's better to give one time piercing spell here than here you can give something else. Or I could have given here piercing spell. But here I cannot change it. She comes like that. And here I don't have a time. There is no time to give her piercing here, because those are absolutely important. That should go exactly in that order. And actually, extend spell should go here. I mean, heighten spell should go here. Extend spell should go here. Heighten should go here. I extend here, because you need extend very early. And then goes usual stuff, shake it off, spell focus illusion. And here you can give your piercing spell, or maybe even better, I would say even better than piercing, persistent spell. So I think persistent spell would be much more useful here. Persistent, especially for weird. But weird is 9, so if you give persistent spell for weird, then you need in Mythic Pass give somewhere here also persistent spell, like favorite metamagic. And that's maybe I don't know where. Maybe instead of Archmage armor, because she's 63 armor class, she'll be 53 armor class. She will still survive, because in those last fights, armor class really is not as important. It's important for frontliners like him, but she's not on the front lines. So even if she has 53, like Zostil has 58 and he survives. So if she has like 53, she will also survive. and then instead of Archmage armor, we could give persistent spells exactly here at level 7, and then her weird would be just, but okay, weird comes on level 9 only. That's a problem. And level 9 she has yes, she has here on level 17 she has 9. So yes, you can profit with weird. But it's also good like that. I think without persistent spell, it's also okay. It's also fine. But those things that should go out here, or persistent, or maybe indeed piercing spell. But look at her spell penetration. It's 35. It's not bad. You will have 38. What? Or I mean, you will have 30. You will have 40. With piercing spells, you'll have 40 spell penetration. Doesn't really matter, I don't think so. He has 22. Camellia has 21. So I think, why 39? 50, 40, no? Because piercing spell it's +5. It's +5, no? Yes, okay. Then it's even less interesting. Because you have 35 minus 2, 33 plus 5, so it's 38, not 39, it's 38. So actually, what do you win? You win just 3 extra for spell penetration. Plus 3 for spell penetration, I don't think it's really important. But persistent spell, I think it's better in investment. It's better investment. Anyway, persistent or penetrating, that's really not needed here. Ideally would be here persistent spell, just here. No, I mean here piercing with the magic, and here persistent. That would have been ideal. What do you mean? What do you mean? Allo, I showed you 2 times fight with Arilu Vorlish. 2 times. Nenio deals 1000 damage to Arilu Vorlish. During that fight, Nenio deals with Hellfire Ray 1000 damage. Without Nenio, it wouldn't have worked. And your Diran is useless on unfair difficulty for those fights. Diran is useless. We talked many times about it. Nenio is way better than Diran. Nenio has weird. Diran doesn't have weird. Ho 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 ho. You take Nenio. So whom you have then? You have Diran, you have Nenio. So you don't have Zosiel. Okay. Where is your guarded hearth? Where is your guarded hearth? No guarded hearth, no unfair. It's as easy as that. You cannot beat Arilu without guarded hearth. So forget about that fight, and also about many other fights. Forget about Nahindri, about lesser Korean boss. Forget about chain. Forget about arena, for example, in Dance of Masks, and many other fights. Who can learn? Inquisitor or cleric, crusader, any cleric and inquisitor, they can learn. To have Nenio and Diran, it's either one, either other. Yes, why not? Make your mutant, yes. Make your mutant. But you just said today that you were better than Alexander Rus. But if you multi-class, it means you're not better than him. You're worse. Yeah. But even if you wanted to multi-class Camellia, it's not a good idea, because her wisdom is less than wisdom of Zosiel. Zosiel has higher wisdom, so his guarded hearth will be more powerful. So there are only 3 ways to have guarded hearth: or you play with Zosiel, or your main character, or your main character will be cleric or inquisitor, or you take mercenary cleric. If you give Camellia those things, still she will have less than Zosiel, because guess what? Zosiel also can use all things, all cats. He can also use the same. So still Zosiel will be more, he will have better guarded hearth. And again, if you multi-class Camellia, it means you are not better than Alexander Rus, but you are worse, because he didn't multi-class. He used prestige class on Ember, by the way. You said today you're better. You said today that you were better. He took him also a long time, because if you remember, in many cases he didn't put all the buffs. I don't remember him always buffing on 100%. His buffs were always like not maximum. Even when he was fighting Arilu Warlesh, I don't remember how it took him 2 or 3 days. I don't remember, but it took him a lot. And he didn't buffed completely. He was not completely buffed. Yeah. And when I played, I was also very bad. We both played simultaneously. And I was listening to him. He was coming to me to watch when he finished, and I was playing, asking how it's going on. And yeah. And yes, he was getting advices, but I was also getting advices. I was also getting advices. But neither me nor him, we didn't read guides, or we didn't study builds, anything like that. So we both played in blind. But so we were not taking spoilers also. But advice is yes, if there is good advice, like I'm leveling up some character and someone tells you better do like that, and I say, why do you think it's better? He said, because of this. Nani was advising me when I was playing Kingmaker. Nani was giving me some good advices, by the way, because I never played Kingmaker, so I didn't know anything about game. So he was giving me advices how to build and so on. So this type of advices is okay. It's okay. It's not a problem. Anyway, there are no good guides. If you play with pure classes, guides do not exist. All the guides are made for mutants, and also nowadays they're all outdated, because if you see guides, they're all outdated. Because game changed, things changed, and so guides are either outdated, or they are made for easy difficulties, like guides from CRPG Bro. It's like for normal and core difficulty, and guides of what's his name, core dumped. Basically, they also for hard difficulty. So it's like that. And also with mutants, pets, mutants. But guides for pure classes don't exist. When I will finish playing, I think I will make guides exactly for core damped. Yes, he's playing he played Last Atlantic on Kingmaker in Unfair. He called it Last Atlantic Kingmaker Unfair. But if you start watching it, so he was playing it on hard, a long time on hard, and then when he became OP, he switched to unfair. Yes, everyone who plays Last Atlantic or played used toy box and pre-buffs. I'm the only one who is not doing that. Just it depends who was doing in which extent. But basically, toy box is abused. Mostly, they put rolls 20, that you roll always 20 when you travel. So then you don't have problems with random encounters and with skill checks. And second, they pre-buff fortune and protective luck in Wrath of the Righteous. And some of them are playing with rolls, like giving to enemies a roll with disadvantage, and giving to your party a roll with advantage. Yeah, Lazard. No, but you see, with Lazard, it was actually my fault, because 2 times I was thinking that I could kite that Lazard with Vindwag, and then I used Dog. I thought she'll be kiting him, then Dog will attack, Dog will distract, and Vindwag will kill him. But actually, it didn't happen. Lazard killed Endog, and Vindwag couldn't escape from that Lazard. Even if Lazard had speed 30 and Vindwag speed 40, Vindwag couldn't escape because kiting place is really shitty there. So today I tried normal standard tactic, you've seen it. You attack directly, and Vendwag and Dog and my tank and Scylla, and that's it. Should be done like that. So it's not bad rolls. It's just my bad tactic, because I never kited that lizard. I was always killing it with Lan and Scylla, but Vendwag, it's a new character for me. I don't know how to play with it yet. Now I started understanding a little bit how to play with her. By the way, this is a good mask. I never used Razmir's mask. Grants immunity to spells from the divination school. 8 enchantment bonus to all mental ability scores. And the spell turning ability. Spell turning ability, that's really not clear what they mean. 8 enhancement bonus to all mental ability scores. I really never, I didn't understand that. What does it mean? You mean that lizard? Problem is that Vendwag has very low initiative, and also place that place is really very bad for kiting. So if you will kite that lizard with Vendwag, it will kill her. Maybe if she crits a couple of times, but that's a chance. Where is it, the mask of Razmir? I want to try that mask. I never used it, just curious. What is it doing, that mask? +8 enchantment bonus to all mental ability scores, whatever it is. What does it mean, mental ability? Does it mean intelligence, wisdom, and charisma? And spell turning ability. What does it mean by that? A reflecting spell, maybe. Let's see. No. It says ability, but will saves is not ability. Normally abilities are those. Those are abilities. Mental ability scores. Okay. Determines your character most basic feature. So those are ability scores. Yes, but look, Ermiza, I put that mask, but nothing happens here. Just look, it doesn't change. So maybe it doesn't stack. Look, nothing changes. But this is reacting. Mask grants immunity from spells from divination. Okay. +8 enhancement bonus to all mental ability scores. The first no, because guarded hearth doesn't work with abilities. Guarded hearth gives you only attack, and also it gives you saves. That's what guarded hearth does, but it doesn't it doesn't affect abilities. Guarded hearth is here and here, but not here. I will try on someone else. Let's say I will try it on Zosil. 7, 13, 8. No. So I don't know what it does. No, no, no. I don't know. I don't see anything from that mask. The first spell that were cast in a round is cast as a free action. I'm just wondering if it stacks with quicken spell. For example, you have a quicken spell, so you cast. What do I have quicken? Do I have quicken spells? Okay, she has quicken spells, for example. If I give her that mask, can she cast 3 times in a row dispel? Let's see. So first spell, free action. Let's say this will be our first spell. It will be free action. Okay. She casts dispels through seeing without those goggles. And then problem is, I don't know. You see, it's free action, but I don't know why turn passed to someone else, because it says first spell is cast at free action, so she should be able to do another spell. But why turn jumped to someone else? So I don't see, but from what I see, that the mask just doesn't work. Again, that's a free spell. That's a free spell. Okay. Dispels again. Just look, she dispels again. She dispelled her twice. Now this is quicken spell. Let's see. This is quicken spell. Yes, it works. It can dispel 3 times. She dispels for the 3rd time. And again. Do you believe that? Now she fails. So she can dispel 3 times with that mask. It means if I give this mask to Nenio, she can dispel it 3 times. Arilu Vorlesh. And fight becomes so much easier because she is already dispelled. And now Hellfire Ray should work. Because she's fully dispelled. You see, it works. And now with Grandmaster Rod, let's try again. It works. Just look what damage Nenio did with Hellfire Ray. 16, 53, 12, 41, 40, 96, 32, 87, 31, 83. No, it's a good thing. It's just problem that, for example, to use for Camilla, use that mask, she has to drop those glasses of pure sight. But then with mask, it's best suits to Nenio. It's best suits to Nenio. Because for those fights, Nenio doesn't need Windmaster's eyes. She doesn't need it because she cannot do anything to a real Warlish. It's impossible. So she puts the mask and she can dispel 3 times in a row. 1, 2, 3. So first Camille dispels 1 and then Nenio dispels 3 times in a row. So and from 3 times I'm sure Nenio will dispel twice. So Arila will be dispelled. And then the usual stuff. And now Lan will be also hitting her. Miss, 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 miss. Still he missed, even if she is dispelled. But now Mark of Justice comes from Scylla. Actually finger, it's called finger. And yeah. Okay, I've seen now something else. Another improvement that I could give to Scylla, maybe destructive shockwave is not really good for her. Because for bosses it doesn't work anyway. With 3, 4, 5 damage, who cares? Who cares? So we can give something else here. Leading strike, for example, as a variant. Leading strike. Okay, on that note, I'm telling you goodbye. Thank you for chatting, for being, for discussing things, and have a nice night. And tomorrow I will be playing Last Atlanti on unfair, and maybe I will be defeated, maybe not. We'll see how long I can go on. So goodbye.